Okay, after that, loosening off our stems, we'll go ahead and unscrew them. That was a little stuck. Okay, now in there you'll see a seat. And your options are to change it or grind it. I usually don't try to grind them. I usually try to replace them, is usually the best bet. You can also see your stems here, and you can see these are in pretty bad shape. And that's how you change your washer. You lift up the screw, put a washer on there. But that's not really what I wanted to show you this time. So, but usually, let me show you a seat grinder. This one here. Now, there's many kinds, and usually you just, this one has a thing on there. It's supposed to hold that in, but, what you usually do is place your grinder on your seat, and you want to turn it and grind the top of the seat. That'll give it a new surface. And this one has a coarse and a light cut, so but we'll turn it around and use the coarse end of it. Like I said, I hardly ever, unless I cannot find a new seat for it. And really, if you can't find a seat, it's time to change it. So you want to spin that until you grind a fresh seat on there. You can see that starting to happen. That shiny brass in there. And you kind of have to keep it centered on here. And that's how you grind it. Like I said, usually I don't use a grinder. I usually try to change it. So, okay, we usually have two kinds of seats. One is a hexagon, I guess, and you would use the matching seat puller, I guess. Now this one is kind of one I modified, because this was bottoming out, so I had to cut it off. But this is the kind that would go in there. And this is a square one. You can see that's a square, and you would use your square. You can buy these at your home center. This is my favorite one here. Square. It's it just goes in as much as you need to. And bottom not. But let's take a look and see what we got here. Looks like the square one. Okay, so we'll use our square side here. Or we can use this. We'll go ahead. Okay, we got it loose. It's always a relief when you get it loose. But they usually come out. Okay, there we have it. Our seat is out. And you can see it's a little beat up. So you would have to get a replacement for that. Usually at your local hardware store. get that in there nice and tight. Usually when it's in the wall, it's a little bit easier to do. You have a little bit more torque to do it. Okay, there we have it. You can see where we started to ride the fresh surface on there. But I always go for replacement. Unless you can't find one. That's a tight one there. Okay, you're at this point. You need to get your new seats. And go ahead and reverse that. Put your new seat in. Tighten it. And installation is reverse of taking it apart. Put your stem in. Put your sleeve on. Scotch it on there, and of course your handle. And at that point you'd have it all back together with the new seat installed. So that's pretty much how to dismantle it and remove your seat. I showed you a little bit about grinding, but I kind of lean against it unless it's absolutely necessary. And so I can show you about this. Okay, a little bit more about seats. I also had success with actually sanding that seat with some real light sandpaper to make that a nice seat again once you take it out. Also, if you run into I believe this is an American Standard, this actually moves in and out. It pushes this against the seat. Now, it's a little bit temperamental as far as the seat height goes. And if you grind your seat, usually this doesn't work very well. It needs that height. And you'll know this because your washer is actually a little different from the other washers. And it's kind of this is like a temperamental kind of system. And I believe there's hot and colds different. So it's a little tricky, but grinding a seat when you have one of these usually does not work out. That's always a replacement.